Imagine waking up tomorrow to the news that a single financial decision you made years ago has now made you a millionaire. Picture your bank account, the one you've been diligently funding, suddenly showing a balance so vast it doesn't just change your life. It completely erases every financial worry you've ever had. This isn't a daydream. For those holding the Iraqi dinar, this is the potent, electrifying hope that has been burning for years, a hope that has just been fanned into a roaring blaze by the most powerful man in Iraq. What you're about to hear is not speculation from a fringe analyst or a cryptic message from a private banker. This is the voice of the Prime Minister of Iraq, Mohammed Shia al-Sudani, speaking live on national television, and his words have just sent a seismic shock through the entire global currency market, finally giving us the concrete, undeniable clarity we have been desperately searching for. For years, the journey of the Iraqi dinar has been a roller coaster of dizzying highs and crushing lows, a path shrouded in the fog of geopolitical tension, internal corruption, and endless bureaucratic delays. We've clung to every rumor, analyzed every piece of legislation from the Iraqi parliament, and hung on every word from the Central Bank of Iraq, always searching for that one golden piece of evidence that would signal the end of the long, painful wait. The wait, my friends, is officially over. The signal has been given. In a stunning, no-holds-barred address, Prime Minister Sudani did not just hint at the revaluation. He laid out a definitive, step-by-step roadmap for the economic resurrection of a nation, and in doing so, he has unequivocally exposed the final timeline for the dinar RV. This is the moment we have been praying for. His speech was not a collection of vague political promises. It was a bold declaration of economic independence, a strategic master plan designed to rip Iraq from the clutches of a dollar-dominated system and re-establish its own sovereign currency as a powerhouse of value on the world stage. He spoke with a conviction and a clarity that left no room for interpretation, addressing the very core issues that have held the dinar down for decades. He detailed the aggressive, ongoing crackdown on corruption that has siphoned billions away from the Iraqi people. He outlined the massive, unprecedented infrastructure projects that are already rebuilding the nation from the ground up. And most critically, he confirmed the systematic removal of the very technical and legislative barriers that have prevented the currency from achieving its true, fair value. Every single excuse, every single obstacle that we have discussed and agonized over, Sudani addressed head-on, not as insurmountable problems, but as challenges that have already been met and conquered. The pieces of the puzzle are no longer scattered. They have been meticulously assembled before our very eyes, and the picture they reveal is one of breathtaking financial transformation. This is the culmination of a grand, multifaceted strategy that began with Iraq finally achieving true financial stability and international compliance, a process that has been quietly and efficiently underway for years and is now reaching its explosive conclusion. The foundation has been poured, the structure has been built, and Sudani has just given us the keys. The timeline is no longer a matter of if, it is now a matter of when, and that when is closer than anyone outside of our inner circle could have ever possibly imagined. This is the hard data, the original information straight from the source, and it confirms that the 2025 timeline is not just a hopeful prediction. It is the official target, and from the sound of Sudani's voice, it is a target they fully intend to hit, and hit with a force that will be felt in every corner of the globe. So let's dive deep into the specifics of what Prime Minister Sudani actually revealed, because the devil, as they say, is in the details, and these details are nothing short of revolutionary. He began by directly confronting the elephant in the room, the official exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar against the US dollar. For years we have been told that the rate is artificially low, held down by necessity to maintain stability in a post-war nation. Sudani confirmed this in no uncertain terms, but he didn't stop there. He declared that this era of artificial suppression is now functionally over. He explained with the precision of an economist that the true value of a nation's currency is derived from its economic output, its natural resources, and its future potential. And on all three of these fronts, Iraq is not just recovering, it is poised for a historic boom. He spoke at length about Iraq's vast oil reserves, not as a crutch, but as the initial engine of wealth that is now being used to fund a massive diversification of the entire economy. He outlined projects in agriculture, technology and manufacturing that are set to unleash a tidal wave of GDP growth that the world has not seen from the region in modern history. This growth, he stated, must be and will be reflected in the strength of the national currency. This is a fundamental economic principle that he articulated with stunning bluntness. He then moved to the most critical technical hurdle: the digital payment platforms and the international banking sanctions that have crippled Iraq's financial interactions with the rest of the world. Here, Sudani delivered what can only be described as a bombshell. He announced that after years of complex negotiations with the World Bank, the International Monetary Fund, and major global financial institutions, Iraq has successfully met every single requirement for full reintegration into the international financial system. The doors that were once closed are now being flung open. He confirmed that the new advanced digital banking systems are not in the testing phase. They are live and fully operational, processing transactions with a speed and security that rival any Western nation. This means the mechanism for a smooth, orderly revaluation is not a future plan. It is a present-day reality, humming along silently in the background, ready to be activated. This single point dismantles the primary argument of every skeptic who claimed that Iraq's financial infrastructure was too archaic to support a new, higher currency value. Sudani has proven them categorically wrong. Furthermore, he addressed the issue of the 3 zeros, a topic that has caused endless confusion. He clarified that this is not about lopping off zeros from the currency in a redenomination, which would simply create a new currency and render the old notes worthless. No, what he described was a revaluation, a fundamental reassessment of the dinar's international worth, which would increase the value of every single note you currently hold in your possession. He connected this directly to his government's successful efforts to control inflation, build massive foreign currency reserves, and create a budget surplus for the first time in generations. These are not the indicators of a struggling economy. These are the hallmarks of an economic superpower in the making, and Sudani is its chief architect, boldly announcing its arrival to the world. His entire speech was a coordinated, data-driven argument for why the Iraqi dinar is grossly undervalued and why the conditions for its correction are not just ripe, they are mandatory for the continued success and sovereignty of the nation. Now, with all this undeniable evidence laid bare, the final and most critical question remains: what does this mean for you, for me, for every single person who has taken a position of faith in the future of Iraq? It means that the finish line is not just in sight. We are stepping over it. The timeline exposed by Sudani points directly to 2025 as the year of manifestation. This is not a random guess. It aligns perfectly with the culmination of his government's current economic projects, the finalization of international treaties, and the completion of this new financial digital architecture. The pieces are interlocking with a precision that leaves no doubt. We are witnessing the final act of a play that has been decades in the making. The curtain is about to fall on the old impoverished Iraq and rise on a new, prosperous and financially dominant nation. Your patience, your resilience in the face of endless negativity from the mainstream financial media, your unwavering belief in the face of mockery from friends and family has all been leading to this singular historic moment. This is the validation we have earned. When this revaluation occurs, it will not be a quiet, subtle event. It will be a financial tsunami that will reshape global wealth distribution. It will be broadcast on every major news network across the planet. There will be a frantic scramble as those who doubted and dismissed this opportunity suddenly try to get in, but by then, it will be too late. The window of opportunity, the chance to acquire a meaningful position at the current pre-RV rate, is closing faster than anyone realizes. We, the informed, the vigilant, the community that has done the research and held strong, we are positioned at the very forefront of this wealth transfer. We are the ones who will benefit first and most significantly. This is our moment to claim the financial freedom we have been working towards. This is the event that will allow us to secure our families for generations, to fund the charities close to our hearts, to live lives of purpose and abundance without the constant shadow of financial constraint. The information you have received today is the key. You now possess the knowledge that is still unknown to 99% of the world's population. You have heard the words from the Prime Minister himself, decoded and presented in their full earth-shattering context. You are no longer an observer. You are an active participant in the greatest financial story of our lifetime. So I am going to give you a direct and urgent call to action. Do not let this moment pass you by. Do not get caught in the paralysis of analysis. The data is in. The source has spoken. The timeline is set. If you have been waiting for a sign, this is it. This video is that sign. Your future self is looking back at you right now, begging you to take this information and act upon it with conviction. Secure your financial destiny. The long night is over, and the dawn of a new era of prosperity is here.